Hi, I'm Gina from the Metal Gods Meltdown.
Hello, Gina.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My first introduction to Vicious Nature was at Twistfest, I think 2015, and then Andy Pike was the singer, but now
Yep.
Vicious Nature's had the new vocalist.
Yeah.
Can you,
Andy left. Andy left in I think it was 2020.
yeah?
He just had enough, so he decided he was going to have a rest from singing. So we were looking for new vocalists. We had about 57 people apply for the
Mhm.
job from all over the world, from the UK and Australia, America, and Germany. But we wanted someone who was local, someone who was based in the UK. So Matt Gore, the guy who's singing for the band now, we tried to get him. He was one of the first two people we wanted in the band.
Yeah.
But Matt was already in a few bands at the time and he never really had time. And the other guy we wanted, who I can't really name because he's in a band and you'd know him. He just wanted his band to know that he auditioned for our band.
Okay.
Um, but he loves our band and he came and auditioned. And in his words, he said he made the band sound weak. So he stepped aside and then we started the hunt for a new vocalist. We had 57 people and no one was right really. With no one was doing what we wanted. So and then I ended up talking to Matt probably 3 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and said, "Look, would you reconsider?" And he said, "Yeah, I regretted not doing it the first time round." And he's been in, and now he's the Vicious Nature's new vocalist, Matt Gore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us something about Vicious Nature and who's your biggest influences?
My influences, well, I like the old kind of metal from the 80s and the 90s. That they're my kind of bands. I like Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rhoads. I like Dokken, the old stuff. I
Hmm.
do like some modern bands like Lamb of God and that kind of thing as well. But I don't really tend to listen to much metal music, to be honest with you, because I find that it influences how I write music. So I try not to listen to too much and just because I do most of the writing, the music wise. So I like to try and not really be influenced by other bands and do what I like, the kind of music I like.
Yeah. At what age did you first become interested in rock and metal and your first album you ever owned?
I think I was probably about 13, and my brother was into Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, so I listened to that quite a lot. I think the first album that I actually bought was either a Rush album or a UFO album.
Hmm.
I think it may have been Strangers in the Night, the live album, Michael Schenker, UFO.
Yeah.
I think that was the first album that I bought. Yeah.
Hmm. Um, what do you want your fans to know about you that they might not know already?
We're trying to do something a bit different now with Matt because he's a different kind of vocalist to Andy. Andy sang songs in a certain way, and I wrote songs in a certain way to complement the way he sang.
Yeah.
But with Matt, things are a lot different. Matt's got a different range. He's stronger in other areas, so it allows me to be more experimental with the songs, using
Yeah.
different keys and different tunings. And the new songs that we're writing now are a little bit different to the old Vicious Nature songs.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a new era. We play our first gig on the 14th of May in my local town with Matt. We're coming to Belgium in October. I'm not
Ah,
supposed to say
nice.
anything about when I'm going to, but we're coming to in October. We're doing some gigs in Germany as well. We're trying to sort some stuff in France. So all that's being sorted. We're going back in the studio in August the 20th to
Hmm.
record a new product. So we'll have a new EP out as well. So it's all guns blazing at the moment.
Yeah. Well, then we can, when it's that far, we can have another interview about the new
Yeah,
EP. Would be great.
yeah.
Yeah. How did you learn to play guitar?
I had a friend at school who played a bit of a guitar, and I like the sound of it, and so I bought a guitar as well, and I started playing when I was about 14.
Uh-huh.
And I was, like I say, I was really into Randy Rhoads and Michael Schenker, Eddie Van Halen, all the classics.
Yeah.
And that's what really motivated me to want to play the guitar.
Oh, okay.
So they're my heroes.
Have you ever participated in a music competition?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think we have.
Huh?
No.
Okay, not even as solo?
No, I mean, I was in a band, Martial Law, for a long time, so we did a lot of stuff with Martial Law, which was probably from about 87 till I was in the band for 20 years, and I had an accident and cut my finger and had to leave in 2006, and didn't play the guitar for about 5 or 6 years because I cut through my tendon on my right hand on my index finger, so I couldn't play the
Mhm.
guitar, I couldn't move my
Oh,
finger,
wow.
so that lasted for about 5 or 6 years. And then I started slowly playing again. That's when I formed Vicious Nature with my friend from school who was in my first ever band, who played, you saw in Belgium, Mark Cully, who was who's still a friend, and I've known him
Yeah.
since I was 13 or 14. Mark had some health problems, so he had to leave the band. So, but yeah, that's how I started playing all those years ago.
Nice. Can you tell me something about your worst performance, if you had one?
Um, Well, one of the most scariest performances is when we played Wacken Festival in Germany, because we never sound checked. We just literally got taken in a taxi to the back of the stage, up the ramp, on the stage, and you just couldn't hear anything. It was like such a big stage and such a big arena. There was no guitar. All I could hear was cymbals. That was pretty terrifying. Um, but eventually, after about the second song, it was all sorted out and it was good. But that was, I don't think we don't really seem to be having many terrible performances, to be honest. I've been quite lucky, so we've not really had, because we're always well prepared when
Mhm.
we play live. We all, we rehearse a lot, so, and
Yeah.
everything's practiced. And I think if you do enough practice, then unless something's going to blow up or something like that, which is out your control. Like,
Yeah.
but no, I've been pretty lucky. I've been lucky, really. Never really had any bad performances, so it's always pretty good, to be honest with you.
Okay. What song is your personal favorite to play live, and which ones really got the crowd going wild?
With Vicious Nature,
Yeah.
I would say they like they like Fight for Your Life, which is quite a fast song. Sometimes we open with that one. Um, there's quite a few really that they seem to respond to. Dream Stealer's another one, which is like a grindier, slower song. And some of the 7-string stuff, because a lot of the last EP was written on a 7-string guitar, so it sounds a bit different. It's a lot heavier.
Yeah.
I think probably some songs off of that. Twisted Psychotic is another one that the crowd really seemed to get into. So yeah, they're all pretty good songs, to be honest. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're all okay.
I
Yeah.
think so as well.
Hmm.
If it wasn't a music career, what would you be doing?
Um, I think I'd be doing something with nature, not Vicious Nature, but just like I like the outdoors. I like wildlife. I
Mhm.
like nature. I would probably be doing something in that area. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. I love my birds, as you can see.
Uh-huh. Nice. We
My
have a lot,
secret Twitter.
yeah, we live in the country and we have a lot of birds, all kinds,
Yeah,
from 4 a.m. in the morning to 8, 9 p.m. in the evening. It's nice.
yeah. I
Yeah.
live in the country as well, so it's we've got lots of birds around me too. So yeah, I really love my birds. I like my birds of prey. That's
Yeah.
why.
I can really enjoy when the weather is nice outside with my cup of coffee and listening to the birds with nothing else around me. It's
Yeah,
best.
It's lovely. Yeah, I really enjoy that. I like fishing as well, which is pretty boring.
Oh, me too. I like it too.
Yeah, I like to go fishing. I don't get much chance, but I do like to go when I get a chance.
Yeah, it's really relaxing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. If you were a song, what would you be and why?
If I was a song,
You were a song.
uh, I think I would be. I think I'd be "Over the Mountain" by Ozzy Osbourne. I
Mm.
think that I've always thought that was a really good, exciting, interesting piece of music. So it's always been one of my favourite songs. I think I would be that.
Interesting.
Yeah, not over the
What,
hill, over the mountain.
what does your typical day look like?
I play a lot of guitar at the moment because we're getting ready to start gigging. So I probably do about 3 or 4 hours a day on the guitar. I tend to try and have specific times so it's structured. I play the set of songs, which takes about an hour and 20. And then I sit down and start writing songs. I've got my home studio here, which is an 8-track recording system. So I record bass, drums, and guitar on there, get the songs into musically semi-finished situation,
Uh-huh.
and then I send the songs out to the guys, and they, add their bits and pieces. And Matt gets them then, and he works on melodies and things. And then they all come back through GarageBand. And then next time we're back in rehearsal, which is this Sunday, we go through the set and then we work on new songs.
Mhm.
So I play a lot of guitar at the moment.
Yeah, and then the fingers hurt. My husband is guitarist as well. So. Um, is there any music
Yeah.
style that you don't like?
I don't really like jazz music.
Mhm.
I'm not really a fan of reggae music either. I don't really like that kind of music. I've always loved metal, rock, and metal,
Mhm.
and that's it really. I don't really tend to listen to any other kind of music really. Besides that, I don't really listen to a lot of that either, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
um, that's my favourite music. It always has been. I've always loved rock and metal bands.
Mhm.
I mean, today it's a bit different from the old days when, like I said, when you had like UFO and all those type of bands, you could tell a band from the sound. And a lot of these modern bands today, they all sound the same. It's
Yeah.
there's no individuality. I mean, you might get the occasional singer you'll hear and you'll know it's that singer, but we know when I was growing up, you could hear a band, AC/DC or whoever it was, and know straight away it was that band.
Yeah.
I think
From the
all that's
first
gone
note.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all that's gone now.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Are you
like
from
I said,
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
no, sorry. I
Okay.
was just going to say, you get the occasional vocalist that sticks out, and you can hear a vocalist and he sticks out. But a lot of the music is very, very the same. So,
Yeah, and all the unke.
yeah,
We say that like this in Belgium, but it's really the I don't like it. Just give me
no, no,
the old time rock and roll.
that's right. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever be, you know, be bettered. Really, it's such a big time. There's so many great bands, really great. I mean, look at them today. They're still knocking around today, aren't they? The bands that were there are still here today. The
Yeah.
longevity is there because there's no young bands coming through to actually take the place.
Yeah.
That's why they're still headlining Judas Priest and bands like that, and Scorpions, and they're still headlining major festivals.
Yeah.
So there should be new bands really, but there's nothing really out there
No,
like
not
there used
really.
to.
Not really.
Mm.
Are you from a musical or artistic family?
My sister plays piano and my other sister plays violin,
Mm.
but not really too musical. I was the main one. I play a bit of piano as well, and I play bass and bits and pieces, and
Yeah.
but really not really a musical family. No, my sister was a very good violinist, but she just didn't carry on with it. But one time she was very good. So
That's the best.
yeah.
Yeah. Did your style evolve since the beginning of your career?
When I first started playing and when I was first in realm in martial law, I just wanted to play fast like everybody else. So I just used to try and be as fast as I could, and there was no real melody there, and it was just fast notes. And I was in, I just got into, like I say, Randy Rhoads, and Malmsteen had just turned on, just come onto the scene, so he was there, and you're just trying to play fast. But since I hurt my hand in 2006, I hurt my finger, I had to change because I couldn't actually play like I played before, because I couldn't put pressure down with my finger. It was really painful. It's still painful now. I mean, if I play for 3 or 4 hours, it's very, very painful, my hand. But so my style now is more, I try to be more melodic now, and a tune rather than just a jumble of notes.
Yeah.
Try to put something in, a little melody in there, something that people can remember.
Good.
So I try and do that now.
Good.
Arthritis thing.
Oh,
Can't do that stuff anymore.
what's the saddest song you've ever heard?
Heard?
Yes.
Oh, I don't really know. I mean, I wrote a song with Martial Law called, I can't remember what it's called now, on the Power Game album, which I thought was really, really a sad song. And I wrote another one with Dave for the last album they did, and they were about his father's death and my father's death. And personally, to me, that was a very sad song. No Justice, I think the song was called, on Power Game, and it was I wrote it with Robin George, and that was a really emotional song for me. I can't really think of like sad songs. It's really strange. I like King's X. They're one of my favorite bands, and they kind of write some sad songs, but I love the way they write songs. But I tend not to listen really to sad songs. It's very strange. I don't really listen to much music. It's very weird. Like I say, I've got certain bands I listen to, but I don't really listen to them all the time. I may listen to them probably once or twice a month. I really don't tend to listen to much music. Like I say, I think if you listen to a lot of music, I know people who are in other bands who write music and they just listen to this band's in, I'll listen to this band because this band's popular, and they try and be like that band. But I've never done that. I've never been influenced like that. I try and write from my heart what I like, and hopefully other people will like it as well. So I don't try to follow trends or be like so and so or whatever. I try and do my own thing. That's the idea.
Are you ready for a quick fire round?
Yes, go.
Okay. Vinyl or digital?
Digital.
Hellfest or Rockwachter?
Hellfest.
Wine or beer?
I don't drink. Milk.
Milk or coffee?
I would have milk.
Okay. Animal or Kermit the Frog?
Animal.
And Tool or Jethro Tull?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I just sit on the fence a bit with that one.
You're not both? None?
Both, yeah.
Both?
Yeah,
Okay.
both.
Okay. Do you have any last words for your fans and our viewers?
I'd like to say that, we hope to be out playing somewhere near you all soon, and I think you'll really enjoy the new sound of the band. It's a little bit different, and we all can't wait to start coming out and playing again. We're all itching for it. I mean, we're all dying to get out there. It's been 2 years since we played, so we're all dying to get back out there.